Madrid, en el NH Las Tablas. Más información en grupobaugan.com.
Dale un empujón a tu carrera profesional. Apúntate al Executive Master en Inglés Profesional de Vaughan. Aprenderás a negociar, a hacer presentaciones y a controlar cualquier situación profesional en inglés. Apúntate ya llamando al 91 133 5833 o entra en grupobaugan.com.
Inglés Gramática Fácil Ejercicios es un libro de autoestudio que está pensado para acompañar a nuestro bestseller Inglés Gramática Fácil. El libro trabaja desde las estructuras más básicas hasta las más complejas a través de ejercicios clásicos de Vaughan, como la traducción inversa, la formación de preguntas y respuestas o la práctica de oraciones afirmativas, negativas e interrogativas. También incluye ejercicios clásicos como completar o unir frases. Su estructura sigue el orden de Inglés Gramática Fácil, libro de referencia de gramática de Vaughan Systems, por lo que Inglés Gramática Fácil Ejercicios es perfecto para consolidar lo aprendido. Incluye más de 700 ejercicios escritos, así como 180 ejercicios enfocados en el listening. Incluye audio descargable en MP3.
Consíguelo en nuestras tiendas Vaughan o en grupobaugan.com.
Ah, Platón, amigo, déjame hablarte de la paradoja del ejecutivo monilingüe.
¿La qué, Aristóteles?
En el futuro, todas las mujeres y hombres importantes de la Tierra necesitarán comunicarse en la misma lengua para prosperar en sus trabajos, o de lo contrario, no podrán ascender y obtener grandes ganancias. Esa lengua se llamará inglés.
Ajá, lo comprendo, querido Aristóteles, pero sus trabajos y el quehacer cotidiano mantendrán a los hombres y a las mujeres ocupados, y no tendrán tiempo de aprender el foráneo lenguaje. He ahí la paradoja.
Este es tu máster. Infórmate llamando al 91 133 5833. Y recuerda, también disponible en Valencia y Barcelona. Conoce más sobre el máster. Apúntate a la próxima sesión informativa en Madrid, Valencia y Barcelona. Este verano, refresca tu inglés. Descubre nuevos sonidos. Es Vaughan Radio. Descubre, aprende. Esto es Vaughan Radio.
Lost. Perdido. O lo que es lo mismo, cómo te quedas en mitad de New York cuando no sabes preguntar cómo se vuelve al hotel.
En Vaughan nos gusta la tecnología, la innovación, nos gusta innovar. Por eso, el jueves a las 12 del mediodía estaremos in company en eBay, el lugar de las oportunidades únicas. Aquí comienza Inglés Online TVE.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Inglés Online TVE is the program. I'm Kyle Miller. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to practice 2 classes because I wasn't here yesterday. I was away. I was out. But I'm back. I was away, but now I'm back. I came back. I didn't stay away. I came back. Yes, and so today we're going to cover both classes 131 and 132. Yes, we have a lot of people writing in already who says, hi, Kyle. It's Ricardo. Says, hi, Kyle. And David says, hello, Kyle. It's good to be back. It sure is. Valentino, hello, folks. And you lady says, hello, Kyle. How are you? I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm doing fine. I'm doing better. Yesterday I was not at 100%, but I'm much better today. And Chema says, hi again. I've been in Moscow watching the Russia-Spain match live from the World Cup. Chema Santiago, everybody. And he said, in St. Petersburg, ladies. It's St. Petersburgo, but in English it's St. Petersburg. But glad to be here again. Whoa, so he was there live. Whoa, cool. You must have enjoyed that, except for the outcome. At least the Spain match, right, Chema? Anyway, Ricardo says, I'm from Beni, Bolivia. Cool. I like Bolivia a lot. I have a couple friends there, and I also visited. I've been to Bolivia. I've been around a few places. I've been to La Paz. I've been to Santa Cruz, as you say. I've been to Rurrenabaque. And I've been to the Salar de Uyuni. Beautiful, beautiful places. And a fascinating country, Bolivia. I have a good friend who lives in La Paz. And anyway, Valentino says, been to. Oh, yeah, I suppose. I'm not sure what he's referring to, but he says, hello, folks, this is been to. Yes, been to, that's true. Ricardo, amazing. Yes, I really enjoy it. Now, I don't know where Beni is, though. Where is Beni, Bolivia? I could Google it, but I don't think the rest of the listeners are quite as interested in that as I am, as you know, in hearing me search something on Google. So we're going to move on. We're going to get things started, but let me know where that is. Where is Beni, and how's the weather? What's going on in Beni, Bolivia today? Ricardo says Riberalta is in Beni. Okay, so I guess it's a province or region. Okay, cool. Anyway, we will begin with our beginner, that makes sense, right? With our beginner content. Where else would we begin? Rurrenabaque is in Beni. Ah, yeah, okay, cool. Rurrenabaque, very cool, very interesting, fascinating place, by the way. If you've never been to Bolivia, Rurrenabaque, I flew from La Paz, which is very high altitude, down into Rurrenabaque, which is a region with, it's a low altitude region, and it's jungly. It's dense forest and very humid and full of life. Everything is alive. You know, there are a lot of insects, but there are a lot of, you know, snakes and all kinds of alligators, and in the river there is dolphins. There are dolphins, rather. Fish, piranhas, pink river dolphins. I'm not kidding. There are pink dolphins in the river at Rurrenabaque in Bolivia. It's an incredible sight. And you can go swimming with them, but the problem, if you go swimming with them, there are also alligators in the water. So you have to be careful. You have to choose. You got to pick your priorities, right? But anyway, Valentino, yeah, it's a wonderful place. It was an incredible trip. And Valentino says, what about Haiti? Have you been to Haiti? I've never been to Haiti, but I'd like to go. I need some tips on where to go when I go to Haiti. Joaquin says, let's get down to business, Kyle. All right, okay, let's get things started. All right, our first sentence today, class number 131. We're going to look at class 131 and 132. So first of all, beginner, class 131. How long does the film last? ¿Cuánta dura la película? Now notice how long does the film last? And the answer would be it lasts 2 hours. It lasts 3 hours. It lasts 4 hours. It lasts 5 hours. Okay? So to last, how long does the film last? How long does this class last? This class lasts 30 minutes. My last show lasted an hour, but this show lasts 30 minutes. How long does a a glass of water last? A glass of water for me, I started this glass of water when I began the Drive Time show. So it's been an hour and 6 minutes already. But I'll finish it at the end of this show. So this glass of water lasts an hour and a half. Usually a glass of water lasts 10 minutes. But for me, a glass of water lasts an hour and a half during the show. Right? So how long does the film last? And Valentino has a good question. Is there a difference between film and movie? I say there is. I say there is because for me, a film is something that's artistically made. The film festival, the Cannes Film Festival, and they're intellectuals who make these artistic films. But if you see something with Arnold Schwarzenegger shooting a machine gun endlessly, running through the streets of New York City, it's a movie. It's not a film. For me, a film is artistic and a movie is like a Hollywood blockbuster, right? Not that movies aren't artistic, but I get this idea. Hey, let's go to the movies. I just saw the last Jurassic Park movie. Wow, it was an incredible movie. Whereas I imagine going to a little underground, small private cinema to see films, artistic films. Gives that idea. Anyway, I hope that answers your question, Valentino. How long does the film last? To last, durar. How long, and notice I'm not saying lawn. This was césped, lawn. And long, césped, larga. Long lawn. It was a long lawn. He had to cut the grass on the whole lawn. He cut a very long lawn. So long, larga, long, I'm closing off the back of my throat with the back of my tongue. Lawn. Sorry, long. Okay. How long does the film last? Okay, that was class 131. Class number 132. Today's class, I know the outskirts of London quite well. The outskirts, this is las afueras. I know the outskirts of London quite well. Yeah. Actually, that's not true. I don't know them at all. I've only been to London once. People assume because I'm an English teacher, I spent a lot of time in London, but I've only been to London once, and it was for a weekend. I don't know London very well at all. But our sentence today, I know the outskirts, las afueras. I know the outskirts of Madrid. Definitely better than I know the outskirts of London. Now, my hometown, my little hometown of Liverpool, Nova Scotia, I know the outskirts of my little town very well. There are other towns outside of Liverpool, Nova Scotia, like Brooklyn, Nova Scotia, Milton, Nova Scotia. I know those villages well. I know them well. I know the outskirts of London quite well. Bastante bien, quite well. Gemma says, what about the pronunciation of loan? Préstamo, long, and lawn. Loan, so loan, préstamo, loan. And long, and look, as césped, lawn. L-A-W-N, lawn, but L-A-W-N, but lawn. So long, lawn. And loan. Préstamo, loan. So that one's different. Loan, O. So loan, O, loan. Long, ah. And then lawn, césped, lawn. Long, and lawn, n. So the NG, long and lawn. So the sound is different. But loan, préstamo, loan. Own, like own, de poseer, loan. Okay? Now, Valentino says, are the outskirts like the suburbs? Kind of, las afueras, but suburbs, I would say, are necessarily residential. Whereas the outskirts could be just las afuera, like los alrededores as well. The areas around the outside. But the suburb are suburban. It's short for suburban, but it's the suburbs I think of as a residential. We call them like bedroom communities. We sometimes say bedroom because it's full of bedrooms. It's full of residential. It's full of housing. People who work in the city and they commute to work. So to commute means to travel for your work, to travel from a community where you live to a community where you work. You commute into work every day. A 20-minute commute, a 30-minute commute, a 40-minute commute from the suburbs, right? These bedroom communities into the city where people work. So that's sort of the suburbs, whereas the outskirts just means outside. The suburbs are in the outskirts, okay? But the outskirts just means like las afueras, outside, alrededor, outside, outskirt. So skirting around is like going around the border. Evelyn says, I know these towns are very boring. Well, they don't have to be. They don't have to be. These towns don't have to be boring on the outskirts. But anyway, I know the outskirts of London quite well. That is our beginner sentence number for class number 132. Let's push on with today's intermediate content.
Nivel intermedio.
Intermediate, but today we're doing a double. I don't mean to say just today's intermediate content. We also have yesterday's class 131. My arms started to hurt when I picked up the shopping. Yeah, okay, so the shopping, now I wouldn't say the shop, for me, la compra would be, I'd say the groceries. I'd pick up what I bought, the stuff I bought. In Britain, they'd say the shopping. Okay, I picked up the shopping. So I picked it up, the things that I bought, and my arms started to hurt. Hacer daño. So to hurt, is an interesting verb, to hurt. My arm hurts. Me duele el brazo. My arm hurts. It's an interesting verb because it's transitive, but it's also intransitive. I hurt my arm. I hurt my arm doing exercise. And now my arm hurts. Me duele el brazo. My arm hurts. Pero he hecho daño. I've hurt, or hice daño a mi brazo ayer. I hurt my arm yesterday. So as a transitive verb, subject hurts object. I hurt my brother. I punched my brother and I hurt him. I hit my arm against the door and I hurt my arm. But now my arm hurts, me duele. So that final use is what we call the intransitive. My arm hurts. Ow. It hurts. It hurts because I hurt it. Here, my arms started to hurt when I picked up the shopping. En cuanto, in this case, when, like as soon as, or when, cuando, o en cuanto, as soon as I picked up, right? Recogí en mis manos. O cogió. When I picked up the shopping, when I picked up this big box of stuff. Julio says, my legs hurt. Okay. Hope they're not too bad. All right, let's push on to class 131. I was about to tell her the truth when the boss came in. It's good to tell the truth. I think that the truth is the best policy. Decir la verdad, to tell the truth. We don't say the truth. We never say the truth. We tell the truth. To tell the truth. To tell a lie. To say something. I have chapters all about say and tell in my book. It's called The Verb Circus, Los Verbos Esenciales del Inglés. Tu guía definitiva para dominarlos. And we have, for example, di tu nombre. Say your name. Ella me dio los buenos días. She said good morning to me. Dime tu nombre. Tell me your name. Do you see that? Di tu nombre. Say your name. Dime tu nombre. Tell me your name. You tell someone something. Say something to someone. Dile que decir. Dile que decir. Tell him what to say. Okay? So, yes, I was about to tell her the truth. So we have certain cases where we always use tell, like to tell the truth, to tell a lie, but to say a prayer, una oración, say a prayer. Say your name. Say something. Di algo. Por favor, say something. Okay, Chema has a good question. He says, hurt is lesionar, being transitive. I hurt my elbow. I hurt something. And hurt, doler, and doler, intransitive. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts. That's correct. Yep. That's right. Que duele, it hurts. It hurts me. Lesionar o hacer daño. That's right, the transitive form. I hurt my elbow, so my elbow hurts. Okay. All right, we're going to push forward, everybody, to today's advanced content.
Nivel avanzado.
She would have got some snacks in if she'd known you were going to visit. She would have. I would have asked you if I knew. I would have invited you if I had known you were in town. I would have invited you if I had known you were interested in coming to the party. I would have invited you if I had known that you knew how to cook such a delicious, such delicious food, for example. She would have got some snacks. So snacks are, food to eat, but not a meal, right? Chips, potato chips, candy, chocolate, little, cookies maybe, snacks. She would have got some snacks in if she had known you were going, que ibas a visitar, you were going to visit. Oh, you're here. You came for a visit and we don't have any snacks. Well, she would have got some snacks in if she had known you were going to visit. Right? If she had known that you were, que tú ibas a visitar, ibas a pasar por aquí. Habría comprado un poco de comida, like food, but yeah, snacks. Picoteo, I guess you say. Picoteo, right? Snacks. Maybe a little bit of cheese. Yeah, maybe a little, or in Spain, maybe a little bit of ham, cheese, or more North American style snacks would be just like chips, potato chips, maybe chips and dip, maybe those Doritos, those are nice. Cheesies, I don't know. If she had known you were going to visit. Okay, that was class number 131. Now, class number 132, this is today's class. Would he have backed down if you'd got your point across? So to get across eso es transmitir. Información, transmitir algo, información. To transmit, to get a point across, to get information across. Would he have backed down? Whoa, okay. So to back down is when it's almost like to... when someone else gets their way, when someone else sale con la suya, someone gets their way and you back down. So you sacrifice. You say, all right, I'm not going to insist. I'm going to back down. I'm going to give in, right? Would you have backed down if you had, or if you'd got your point across? Would he have? Sorry, this case, would he have? Now, to get across, eso es transmitir. To get something across, to get points across. To get something across. We don't normally say to transmit an idea. We say to convey an idea. Convey, transmitir, to convey. But to transmit is like with an electric signal. You know, you send one, you know, we have like the radio. We have a transmitter. It transmits the frequency. Right? Or the phone, you know, transmits a message to the other, and the receiver of another phone up to the tower, and then it goes down and goes into the other phone, the receiver of the other phone. Now, would he have backed down? Would he have, you know, thrown in the towel? Tirar la toalla. Well, that's a little bit different, but to, I suppose, rendirse, to give in, to back down if you'd got your point across. So to get your point across is to be able to successfully communicate yourself, communicate your message. Some people say a lot of things, but they don't get their point across. Right? But if I grab my throat like this and I go, I get the point. I'm able to get the point across that I'm choking. I'm choking. And even without saying anything, without saying I'm choking, I'm grabbing my throat and my face is turning blue. You can see that I'm choking. So it's easy to get that point across. Right? Everybody can see it. Would you have backed down if you'd got your point across? Okay. Lots of people writing in. I'm going to quickly run through these things. Felix Martin says, I would have started to learn English before if I had known it was so much fun. Good, cool. Well, thanks, Felix. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's Felix Martin. Evelyn says, yes, but I don't want to become a couch, because I said coach potato, but couch potato. Joaquin says, if I had known it was so much fun. Julio says, I always tell the truth. Do you understand? Well, yeah, it's good to try to tell the truth. It's good to tell the truth. If I had known, past perfect. Correct, says Valentino. Yoryi Yin says, you always get your English class across. Well, thank you. I try my best. Intento. I'm just trying my best over here to convey a message, says Valentino, to get news across. Correct. Evelyn Carrillo says, men like to get their point across. They're stubborn. Well, they like to get, I think most people like to get their point across, right? Most people like to get their point across. Evelyn says, or to be pig-headed. I'd say big-headed. Well, stubborn, or hard-headed is common. Testarudo, no? Hard-headed. Cabezota. Hard-headed. Yes. Is another way of saying stubborn. Okay, we're just about out of time. I want to thank you for listening today. We have reviewed both class number 131 and 132 in this program. And I'll be back tomorrow with class number 133 because that's the way it goes. Each day, one more class. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Remember to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and click on the bell so you get notifications of new programs. And be sure to watch the show on TV. And if you miss it, you can watch it right here on YouTube. Send us your questions through YouTube, through the chat, whenever we're live. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.